comedy. I'm just here selling condoms and Adderall. Support black business, or your mom's a hoe. I don't make the rules. I'm sorry. But to keep it real though, I had an interesting day today. I was sitting on the couch with my brother and my other brother, and we was watching TV. And next thing you know, I get a call from my girlfriend, and I answer it. She's like, "Hello," and she's like, "I'm pregnant." Yeah, and then I look at my brother and I just go, "It's for you." And then he picks up the phone and she's like, "I'm pregnant," and then he looks at her other brother and he's like, "It's for you." And then he gets the same message. So then he passes it back to me, and I pass it. Now we playing this game of hot potato with my phone, trying to figure out who's gonna be a dad this time. And then they did some slick shit that brothers do. You know, at one point the phone got back in my hands, and immediately they put their hands in their pants, you know, touching their private areas and shit, right? So I don't know if y'all know this, but if somebody touches your phone after having had their hands on their genitals, that's no longer your phone. So I had to just bite the bullet and get back on the phone. Yeah, what's all that you was talking about? And then she says, "Oh, wrong number. Matter of fact, put your dad on the phone. Don't judge me. Don't judge us. Don't judge my family. All right. Actually, I'm gonna give y'all like a proverb that y'all can take with y'all, you know, and just use for the rest of your life. It's about judging people. You know, don't judge people, right? Like the next time you want to judge somebody, think about your favorite porn star, and then go somewhere and jerk off, because we don't have time for that negativity. That's not how we do it. I'm just happy to be here in my hometown of Philadelphia. It's a great city, great city. Not even gonna lie to y'all. But one thing though, I like to go out of town and party though. I don't like to party in Philly anymore, you know, because now the parties is just getting out of hand. Like they're too expensive, you know. Nowadays they have an entry fee and an exit fee. The entry fee will usually be like something reasonable, like $10, $15, but the exit fee would be your life. Anybody know any slang words from Philly? John, I heard somebody say John. That's clearly a white person. Like that's everybody got John written on the back of their hand. You're not special for knowing that. Uh, yeah, John. That comes with the tour. It's like you see the Liberty Bell, and then you get your John pass, and when you cash it in enough times, you get a free gun. You know. No, one slang word, one Philadelphia slang word that I use quite frequently that everybody knows in Philadelphia is dickieing, right? What dickieing is basically just dick riding, you know, copying somebody, or you know, trying to be in somebody's business all the time, or you know, just showing an aggressive amount of support that just makes it look like you and they dick, right? A lot of people don't know it's rules to dickieing, right? It's rules. Like, for instance, if somebody is your blood relative, like your cousin, no matter what you do to support them, it's not looked at like dickying because y'all related. You feel me? Like, for example, like you two gentlemen right here. Let's say, let's say you two are cousins and you decide you want to start rapping. In support of your rap career, he can pull your dick out and start sucking the shit out of it. And the Philly niggas just be like, "Oh, it's cool," because they're cousins, right? A lot of people sleep, but I know this to be a fact. I had a verbally abusive stepfather growing up. Clearly, uh, he used to call me all type of wild stuff. I remember one time he looked at me, he was like, "You know what, man? You're a fucking Jew." And I mean, you know, I couldn't really be too upset about that. I mean, look at me, I'm clearly Muslim. Like, this two things don't add up. Anybody like R&B music in here? You like R&B? Yeah, I like R&B, new school and old school. I think it's all great. But I only like female old school R&B singers. I don't like male old school R&B singers. Cause they just was on some other shit, making all these simp ass songs, singing about boners and all this dumb shit. I'm like, bro, cut that shit out. Nobody want to hear that shit. Like seriously, I remember even before then, male singers used to have like slick back perms, and they used to fucking. There'd be five niggas on the corner singing to one girl. Like, who's gonna fuck all five of y'all? Like, what's the logic behind that? I'm just, if you want to get girls standing on the corner, you should do what I did in high school, which was sell weed. That's the route I would take. You feel me? I feel like the only old school R&B nigga that really kept it gangster was Michael Jackson. Cause he came right out and said, "Yo, that Billie Jean bitch ain't mine. She just be on my dick." Like new school male R&B singers. I want to hear niggas sing about popping pills and getting pussy. That's my spin. It's just my take on it. Popping pills, smoking weed, getting pussy. Y'all smoke weed in here? Y'all fuck with weed? Yeah, weed is fun. I remember I walked 20 minutes to meet this guy to buy some weed off him. And I get there, he hands me this big ass bag of shit. I paid $10 for it. I'm like, "Best, huge." I just got blessed. About to go home and roll up. So I get to my room, I open the bag, and then I see it's oregano. So naturally I'm pissed, and I text the guy. Let me go through these text messages for y'all real quick. I say, "What the fuck is this pussy? I need my money back." And he's like, "Who the hell you think you talking to, bitch?" And I text back and say, "Listen, I need my money back right now, or I'm beating you the fuck up. Meet me at the same spot." And then he responds, "All right, I'll meet you, but I'm bringing my gun." Guys, I don't have a gun. And then he double texts me. He's like, "You still want to meet?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm leaving right now. See you there, bitch." And then I blocked his number and went to sleep. And then the next day came, and I unblocked him, and I texted him, and I said, "Haha, I made you up." It worked out fine. While we're talking about music and things of that nature and drugs, whatnot, how y'all feel about today's rap music? Y'all like Future? I love Future. He's one of my favorite artists. I don't like how he gets a bad rap though, and like everybody calls him the king of misogyny, just because he made a couple songs about not wanting to get serious with a hoe. You know, People just bash him as if Nate Dogg wasn't running around here in the '90s making domestic abuse jingles. Like, come on. In the song "Because I Got a Girl" by Nate Dogg, the lyrics literally state, "I seen you creeping by while I was creeping mine. While I was checking out, I saw you checking in. I should have knocked you out, but I was with your friend." And all your mamas shook their ass to that in the club every night. Like, that's amazing. You know how good you gotta be at making music to slander the majority of the world's population and still die a legend? Like, come on, bro. Y'all remember the hook? Or like the semi-hook to that song? Like, "Come on, girl, let me hit it. Meet me at the deli, that's if you with it." The thing that like that just boggles me so much to this day, this very day, is, did he say telly or deli? Because, telly is bad, but deli is crazy. You feel me? Like telly, like at least you could play telly off. So they be like, "Girl, I just want to have a romantic night with you in a luxurious scenery," but in reality, you just don't want to be seen with the bitch. But deli is crazy. Deli is like, "Hey yo, walk to the deli, I'm gonna pick you up, take you to my uncle middle room. He said you can't spend the night, and you gotta find your own way home because he don't like me using his car too late." That's deli for you. Not gonna lie, I recently discovered that I might be homophobic. Cause I remember I was out last night or whatever, and there was this gay dude, and he grabbed my ass, and then I shit my pants. So that's why I think I'm homophobic. You think he wanted that though? Let me stop. To just scare the shit out of me. No. Yeah, I've been hanging out with my mom a lot recently. Um, she's great. You know, sometimes it can get on my nerves because I don't know if y'all moms do this thing, but she always does this thing where she like is always trying to make me be a good person and shit. You know, she's like, you know, I better not hear about you lying and cheating and stealing. I'm like, mom, every year you sent me to school, all my writing utensils had your job's logo on them. Like, we'd be in class chilling on the first day. One person be like, yo, yeah, I got my shit from Staples. Yeah, I got my shit from Walmart. Nigga, that cheap ass shit. Where you get your shit from, Mahi? Um, my shit say St. Francis Nursing Home. So that was that. I developed trust issues at an early age, you know, cause I remember when I was like 5 or 6, I had this shoebox that I would keep under my bed, and I just would like save money in the shoebox. And then one day, you know, my cousins come over and we're playing in my room, and next thing you know, uh, by the time they leave, there's only $1 left in the shoebox. So I'm hurt, but you know, you can't keep a player down. I guess me a new shoebox, start saving up money again, and I pretty much get myself back up to where I once was. And then I show my mom all hype, like, Mom, look how much money I saved. And then her energy changed. She looked at me like Debo from Friday. And then she hit me with the, let me hold it for you. So me being 5 or 6, you know, let her hold my money until I was ready to buy something. And then time came for me to buy something. I'm like, Mom, can I have my money so I can buy something? And her energy changed. She looked at me like Debo from Friday. Like, what money? You know, I wouldn't say I had like a bad mom, you know, because she moved me to the suburbs from the hood, you know, because she saw how I was moving. She was like, oh, this nigga got a shoebox mentality. You gotta get the fuck up out of here. Somebody I know recently told me that they trying to stop having sex with black women. And when I asked him his reasoning, he was like, you know, because one thing he likes to do is he'll save your name in his phone as the thing you made him for breakfast the morning after the first time y'all had sex. So apparently he's got like 6 people in his phone named Shrimp and Grits. So I guess it's getting out of hand. But I don't know. I think not gonna lie, I think the only thing stopping everybody in the world from saying the word nigga is one small minor detail in history. That if erased from history, everybody would just say nigga, you know, at 100 miles an hour like it's nothing. And nobody would fucking notice that it was erased from history. The small detail is if white people just never existed, right? Because, you know, white people got to come along with their goofy ass ways of speaking and, you know, just say shit all weird and fuck up the mojo, you know? And that now nobody want to say it no more. That's like, you know, how you got that one friend that just fucked the joke up and make it not funny no more. Like, bro, come on, you making it weird. Bro. Chill out. Cause when I was a kid, I didn't even know that white people couldn't say the N word. My cousins had to put me on game. You know, they said if a white person call you a nigga, you gotta fuck them up. I'm like, why? Just like, nigga, I don't know. That's just what you do. Like, even before then, I just would like be in class and hear my teacher read a book to the whole class. And then, you know, when the word would come up in the book, her energy would change and she would take a big gulp of spit and just go, nigger, and then it'd bad for it to throw me the fuck off. I look at the nigga next to me like, yo, why she say it like that? And he look back at me like, nigga, I don't know. Nonchalant. Like, cause as a kid, I just didn't know it was something wrong with it, you know. I found out about this hanging out with my cousins. We was watching this movie called Malibu's Most Wanted, when Jamie Kennedy says nigga on stage and the crowd grips him up and throws him in a trash can. And that's how I knew. That's when they put me on game. Jamie Kennedy seemed a little too excited in that scene though. Like, you see the smirk in his face? Like, you could tell he went to work that day feeling like he found his purpose. Like he was, I knew he was excited that morning. His wife probably looked at him. Oh, you seem happy this morning. Got a big day ahead of me, honey. You know, that's I always found that funny. The difference in speaking between black people and white people. Like, cause white people, they just announce every word and are fluent with it. Black people are fluent with it too, but we just don't pronounce every word. Especially, don't let it be a black person from the South. They have butchered the English language to a point of no return. Like, let's say a scenario where you got to express a feeling of surprise, right? Like, a white person expressing the feeling of surprise is like passionate. They're saying every word. They see you, they're like, "Oh my God, where were you?" Like, let a black person from the South be surprised to see you. That shit gonna sound like fucking police sirens. Like, "Whoa, wait, wait, what?" Like, it's not it's not English, but it works, I guess. So there's this girl, and she keeps subtweeting me. So I'm trying to get her house robbed, right? Really, listen, let me bring this full circle. All right. One thing I noticed about women is that, like, as we all do, they like to get together and discuss the faults and complexities of their previous romantic interests, which is basically an overdramatic way of saying they bond over stories about, which is basically just an overdramatic way of saying they bond over stories about, niggas that fucked them and ducked them and broke their heart and shit like that. And it turns into this beautiful show of sisterhood, bonding, passion. They get together. This is my girlfriend. I love her. As long as she don't wear the same thing as me to a function, say something positive about something I don't like, or be memorable when I'm looking for shit to not like no more, I will die for this bitch. That's cool, right? They bond over, guys they refer to as ain't shit. That's how you graduate into womanhood. You get your heart broken, then you have a pity party with your real bitches that's gonna assure you that you still a baddie and that nigga lost his mind. Then you get back to feeling yourself. Now you putting up all these posts on the gram, subbing. You know, nobody appreciate a good girl till she don't give a fuck no more. Like, the funny thing about that is, I actually know a girl that posted that. She one of them toxic Jones. Like she's one of she the type, she don't like light skinned niggas, and that's only based off the fact that her baby dad is light skinned. Like, girls be spiteful like that, bro. I'm not trying to, like, for example, y'all know the song "No Scrubs" by TLC, right? Great song. You love it, I love it. Straight classic. Song by three beautiful women about how men who have less ambition than others, and it shows in their finances, and how TLC disapproves of these men in their attempts to have romantic relationships with them. But in the bridge of that song, there's a line. It basically goes like this: if you don't have a car and you walk in, oh yes, boy, I'm talking to you. If you live at home, with your mama, oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. If you have a shorty that you don't show love, oh yes, son, I'm talking to you. That last line right there had nothing to do with the entire song. Like, you could tell somebody took that personally. But before I go, I just want to say Black Lives Matter. Just want to put that out there in the ether. Y'all think white lives matter? Anybody? I think white lives matter. I think white lives matter a lot. White lives are important, like, who else is gonna write Yelp reviews? I remember I'm trying to be friends with more white people, so that I get my Yelp review writing skills in order for in the near future when slavery comes back and white people are enslaved by black people. I want to be able to get my slaves off in my auction like this because of my Yelp review writing skills, right? But I'm a college student sometimes. Yeah, I go to class whenever I see fit, you know. That's where I like to spend my money. Yeah, I'm a communications major, and one day in class we was learning this thing that business majors learn. It's called handshake etiquette, right? It's like you learn how to shake hands properly in a business meeting so you don't leave the meeting looking like a bitch, right? So it was 2 tactics we learned. The first tactic was if you go to shake somebody's hand and like, sir, if I go to shake your hand and I turn your hand over, you're now my bitch. Like, it's over and I won the business meeting. The next tactic we learned is whoever, you know, when 2 people are shaking hands, the first person to withdraw their hand is crowned pussy nigga. So we practicing this in class. The teacher paired me up with some white dude. I'm like, of course I'm gonna win this. I'm racist. Let's get it. So we go to shake hands and immediately he turns my hand over. I was distraught. My racism failed me horribly that day. So now we just shaking hands like this. And I gotta come up with a way to win this thing because my mom ain't raised no bitch. So shaking hands like this, I hop on some Jimmy Neutron shit and come up with a plan. So then we go from shaking hands like this to shaking hands like this. And it worked. He was like, hey, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, making you my bitch. It could all be so simple. I mean, I don't know if I should graduate college though, you know? Because I'm black, I feel like black people don't need college. The most credible backing in the black community is the phrase, niggas know. Because niggas know, that's the golden ticket right there, nigga. You could do anything when niggas know. As long as particular niggas are not around to disprove the bullshit that you're trying to stand on, because like they was there and they actually saw what happened, nigga, you could take over the whole world. Fucking use that shit in a job interview. Excuse me, sir, what do you think makes you so qualified to perform brain surgery on mice? Niggas know what's up with me, bitch. You better check my resume. Niggas know what I do to rats out here in these streets, bitch. Stop playing. Yeah. I've been trying to lose weight recently. You know, trying to make that work for me. So my plan was to move out of my parents' house and live with all white people, where the concept of seasoning food is just non-existent, right? Because my mom, she's from Africa, you know? She don't understand the concept of trying to eat less food on purpose, you know? Like, mom, you need to stop feeding me so much and proportion my food better. She's like, wait, you trying to eat less food? 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 You mean that thing that we got once every 4 years after we had to overthrow the government? Yeah, they're very skilled people. If you want to count, you know, ranting to your children about how much shittier your life was than theirs, a skill, you know. My uncle is the worst. Like, he is the absolute worst. He'll come up to you. When I was your age, there was no food. When I wanted to eat, I had to grab a knife and make like so that I can catch a fly. I split it 15 ways between me and my siblings. I'm like, sheesh, that's rough. And then he goes on, when you were in high school, you had a car. Me, I had to walk to school with all 15 of my siblings stacked on top of my shoulders. It would take us 9 years to get to school every day. Wait, hold on, that math not mathing, bro. You gotta get that together. Yeah. That's it for me. My name is MAHEI LUKULAY.
Shame on me, I'm a fool for the melody. I don't wanna stop right now. All I need is a drum with the heavy beat. Hit me with that future sound. It's time to let go. We're not going home. This feeling I can't